Hey there, it's Anthony from the IT Psychiatrist here. I hope you're keeping well and safe. Today I'm going to be talking about or providing some tips on how to return to business as usual. Some of the things you need to be thinking about. Now, the reason I want to talk about this is for many companies, you'll have been running on a business continuity plan or under a business continuity scenario probably for the last 3 or 4 weeks as New Zealand entered level 4 and therefore locked down. You may not have consciously had a plan for business continuity, but certainly the model of working from home has been business continuity for you. So today I want to share 5 tips, and I'll provide a link to a webinar that I'm going to be running on Monday with you around what to consider when exiting from business continuity. So exiting from business continuity to business as usual. 5 things you need to consider when exiting out of business continuity. Firstly, who's going to make the decision? Now, there's been a lot of talk lately about when we will return to level 3 and what the government will decide. Ultimately, for a business to return from business continuity, it's not driven by what the government decides, but someone in the business should be making that decision. No one should head back to the office until someone has actually said, hey, everyone, it's time to head back in. We're all good to go. So make sure you understand who that's going to be. If you're a small business and you've got a business owner in place, that's probably you. If you've got a CEO, someone in that business needs to be accountable for making the decision to return from business continuity, to head back to the office and to stop working from home. Secondly to that, how are you going to communicate that? Not just how are you going to communicate the decisions being made, but how are you going to communicate who the decision is going to come from and what channels to watch out for. You don't want to have rumor spreading, particularly if you're a large business. You don't want to have the rumor spreading that we're going to be able to go back in on Thursday or on Friday. You want to have it very clear that the person who's going to be communicating it will put it in place. Now, alongside that, what plans do you need to have? If you're a very large business operating from a single site, it may not be feasible to try and bring everyone back into the office all in one go, especially if you had to make any changes to get them from working from home that you have to unpick to get them from working in the office. So think about that as well. How are you going to communicate, and what steps do people need to take? Stepping into that last point was what changes you made. What changes are you going to need to undo to have people working back in the office? Did you have to configure anything especially to enable people to work from home? Was it a workaround or a patch or a temporary fix or a temporary solution? And do you need to undo any of that so that when they do come to the office and start working from an office again, they absolutely know what they're doing? What systems do you need to resecure? So if you had any systems that you may have had to relax security controls in place for to enable people to work from home or to enable people to work remotely, do you need to resecure those? Or there's no do. It's not a question. It's a point. You have to resecure those as you head back into the office. You have to make sure that any changes you made to relax security controls are unwound, that the team who put them in place can peel them back. Now, you may want to continue to offer working from home long-term for people. Once you've gone from business continuity back to business as usual, you may say, hey, look, once a week, people are welcome to work from home. Those changes that you have made now to make you less secure, they shouldn't stay in place to enable that. You should have a strategy and a plan to enable people to work from home long-term if that's something you want to do. Don't just let business continuity become business as usual. And finally, is there anything you want to keep doing? Did you sign up to any new services, any new software, any new tools that you're using that you want to keep using when you head into BAU? It could be as simple as the Zoom account for running team meetings or for running large conferences. If you want to keep doing it, have you got the right licenses? Have you got the right admin protocols? Have you secured it appropriately so it's going to be useful for you working forward? So that's 5 things to consider when exiting out of business continuity. Sign up for my webinar if you want to hear more. It will be on Monday, the 20th of April at 12:30. I'll post the link in the comments below very shortly, and I will have a panel of experts there focusing on how to return from business continuity process to business as usual. Thanks very much and have a great day.